There was a question that I wanted to discuss from YouTube. So I told them that I would answer it. I said I was going to discuss it on the show. That was 8 days ago. So I'm 8 days late on this one. So this was the question before we get into the the Bitcoin stuff. This was the question that DNind78 asked. So I posted a picture. This was on, oh crap. This was the picture that I posted. I said, earn in Bitcoin, grow on Nostr. That was the post. And I said, everything else is fake. So somebody commented on that post saying, this is the question. Could Nostr be used by photographers to build a following and promote a Prince website? Genuine question, as I have no idea, but you and others have put this on my radar. I'm on Instagram, but stopped using it a while back, but now I want to do some more with it and push my photography forward again. Cheers for all your good information, mate. So the question is here with Nostr and for photographers, could Nostr be used to promote the photography, to promote the website? And what I would say to that is there's no better place to be promoting your stuff right now than on Nostr for a few reasons. Number one, this is where everybody's going to be going to. You want to do this with everything in your life. If you have the ability, if you have the foresight and the vision to be able to predict where people are going to be in a couple of years, that's where you want to be. That's where you want to start growing. And that's what Nostr is right now. Gary Vee always talks about the underpriced attention, which means that there's more observers, I guess, or what would you call them? People who scroll. I don't know, followers, I guess. There's more people watching than there are people creating. That's what Nostr is right now. There's more people there than actual creators. All the creators are still on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That's where everybody still is. But there's a ton of attention. There's a ton of eyes on Nostr, and there's not a whole lot of people who are actually doing any sort of creating. So that creates the arbitrage there. That's the underpriced attention that you want to seek. So I'd say Nostr is at the absolute pinnacle of that right now. So that's the first one, is you do have the ability to get there before other people. You do have the ability to grow your network within Bitcoin. I'm guessing you're a Bitcoiner if you're watching my shows. So the other part there too is, yes, great place to promote your photography, push people to your website. But the other thing about this is that all you have to do is just start posting pictures on there. I post pictures every day on there, and I'm not a photographer. I don't have a photography company, but I post pictures more than I do on Instagram, on Nostr. So the beauty of that is not only could you sell your prints, not only could you push your website, but if you actually post your pictures there first, above all other platforms, you're actually going to get Bitcoin for that. People are going to see value in your photography probably, and they're going to zap you. There's a photographer on Nostr, and his name is Malos. And I actually talked about him a while ago because he was showing videos from the Venezuela riots that were going on. So the guy's name is, I think it's Malos. I'll just double check that. Malos10, yeah. Photographer from Venezuela. Bitcoin is helping me to make a living in Venezuela. So what this guy does is he just takes a camera out on the street every day, takes pictures of people and things around the city, and people can share it. People can comment on it, but most importantly, people can zap him and people can send him actual Bitcoin. So on Instagram, even if you had the nicest picture on the whole platform that day and you got a ton of likes and you had a bunch of people following you, that doesn't really lead to anything. That's very artificial. There's no actual value in that. Likes, follows, it's all just an illusion. But you post pictures on Nostr, and you could edit it all. There's no fancy like filters and shit like there is on Instagram, but you can do that ahead of time and you can just post it to Nostr. And if people like it, if people get value from it and want to support you, they can send you Bitcoin. So think about this with any industry. And this is kind of what I've been doing for King Golf and stuff. The cool thing about it, and maybe this is just because everything's so early on Nostr right now, but the cool thing about it is that, you have a product. So I take pictures of like our hats, of our head covers, of the work that we do for King Golf. And so not only am I growing awareness, not only am I promoting the products, not only am I getting more attention for King Golf, but just with a picture, instead of somebody having to buy it, people can actually just zap the picture, which is wild. I don't even have to sell the actual head cover, but people see it, they like it, they want to support. They can actually just send Bitcoin for it. Whether it's 20 sats, 200 sats, 2000 sats, it doesn't matter. There's more on Nostr than there is anywhere else. There's the only place where you can send and receive real value instead of artificial likes, comments, follows, all the bullshit that we think matters doesn't. So absolutely, I think that there's no better place than Nostr for anything, but especially for something like photography. I think that the early people, I mean, there are some people on there already, but the people who figure this out early are going to make absolute hay on there. And you're going to be able to get ahead of yourself, far ahead of everybody else. So that's the thing now is like when people come onto Nostr, this guy, Malos10, people know him as the photographer. So when people ask, who should I follow? Who should I trust? Who should I interact with? People will say that. And that's what you want to be in a position where people are sharing your stuff on Nostr and people trust you and you grow your web of trust in your network. And so when everybody shows up, you're already way ahead of them, way ahead of them. So that's what I would say on that. So that was a great question though. And don't limit that to just photography though either. If you make quilts, if you make stained glass, if you pan for gold, if whatever you do, just take pictures of it. And if you're selling it or if you're not, it doesn't matter. Just take pictures of it, give a bit of context, and you'll find people on Nostr that have similar interests to you. And they could send easily Bitcoin without anybody's permission, without paying anybody a fee, peer-to-peer on Nostr can send you value. It's incredible. Truly, truly incredible.